Okay, sound on. Sound on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rugby League is apparently back. Let's just see, just making sure there is no echo, because there's no... Yep, okay, we're all good. There we should be all good. We transition. There we go. So, hello. Yes, I look very different. But you gotta look different from last year. But there you go. Rugby League is back. 2022. I definitely don't sound tired. bit. Here we go. The first game of the 2022 Super League season is very much upon us in about 10 minutes' time. It is St Helens versus Catalan, the not rivalry, but the grand final rematch which was of the grand final last year, which St Helens, still out of all odds, still ended up winning. I'm trying to work out currently just a method of that being able to actually, of being able to show the game. Let me just, I want to test something. I just want to make sure this won't actually stiff me. Okay, there's that. Need to turn desktop top audio before I do this. Yep. I'm basically just trying to work out a way if I can actually put the game on in the Discord. And I'm trying to figure out if I could actually just straight up like set a link to the Discord for people who are actually, it's making everything choppy. The frame rate's a bit weird. I don't think I can. I want to, but I can't. It's rather annoying. Basically, what I'm trying to do is trying to set up a genuine way on having. It's like the actual game itself being streamed on the Discord, so people can actually join it and watch it if they can't. But it just messes everything up on this computer, so unfortunately I don't think I can do that. But we'll go into it regardless. St Helens versus Catalan. Well, what can we say? It was a grand final last year. St Helens coming out on top, and yeah, Catalan will definitely be looking to revenge, making 3 huge signings for their team. What can we say about them? Mitchell Pearce, Dylan Napa, and Tyrone May. 3 NRL caliber players now playing in the Super League. It'll be very interesting, but there's also a few Super League players currently in the St Helens squad. You've got Curtis Sirinen on the bench, and you've also got oh bloody hell! Who else is there? Joey Lussick's also on the bench as well. So there's still a few more players actually coming in from the Super League. So yeah, I think we might as well just get into the team list actually. So we got it written all down here. So we'll go up first for St Helens. We've got Wellesby at fullback. You got Hopper Wade and Mackinson on the wing. You got Hurrell and Percival in the centres. You got Lomax at 5'8" and Dodd as the halfback. Wormsy, Roby and Lees as the prop hooker prop, Matautir and Bachelor in the second row, and Knowles as the lock. On the substitutes, you've got Joey Lussick, McCarthy, Scarsbrook, Sirinen, and Parsi. And now we go on to the Catalans Dragons. I've got Tompkins at fullback, and I believe Tompkins was the man of steel from last year. You've got Davies and Yaha on the wings. You've got Langy and Ware in the centres. Mitchell Pearce as 5'8". That's going to be very interesting. You got Drinkwater as halfback. You got Dudson, McLaurin, and Napa at the prop hooker prop. You got Whitley and McMeekum in the second row, and Garcia at lock. You got Busquets, May, Desaria, and Cassiano as the substitutes. So there we have it. That is the team for the Catalan Dragons. As we've just received word of an email from Widewater Sports, apparently Ben Simmons, if the saga's over, he's been traded to Brooklyn. I don't know how Brooklyn can afford that. Like, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of players, good players they have. So I think I need to definitely develop something as to put like an actual stream in on the Discord of showing the match. But unfortunately, what can you do? Okay, there we go. So we're getting close now. We are a few minutes away from the start of this match. Okay, here we go. Oh, just need to keep the tab open like that. I will say though, it is definitely going to be interesting. Looking at the poll, I believe there's been 4 votes now. Actually, I actually do not know, because there was 2 votes the last time I checked, and it's now doubled. 75% in favour of St Helens and 1 lonely Catalans supporter. So there we go. We are at the Totally Wicked Stadium, the home of St Helens, the quote-unquote evil empire, as I call it, a Super League. Not actually as a literal statement, but when you dominate for so long over the last couple of years, you don't exactly get a lot of favourship from the other teams. So there you go. We got 4 votes there. So that is very cool. Okay, just make sure that is, if that closes. This live stream was brought to you by Bachelor Peas. Yes, thank you for our sponsorship. For our sponsorship. Thought we'd be unsullied by sponsorships, but you know, that's how it is. Now it looks wonky now, like if it's not down. Yeah, we'll keep it like that. So there we go. The start of Rugby League is very soon. Be very surprised if there will be that many Catalans fans that made the trip from France. There's a the stadium's currently blacked out at the moment, as they've got a spotlight on the middle of the field. I'm assuming it is of their titles, I'd assume. Or it is just the centre of the field where both teams are about to come out. It would be very interesting to see how the Catalans do play out. Mitchell Pearce at 5'8" is going to be odd. It's a very weird... I mean, I'm not very familiar if he has played at 5'8" at some point in his career, but it's a little bit odd. As we're 2 minutes away now from kickoff, we should be close. As we've got a whole lot of other matches going on later on to kick off this season. Yep, there we go. They're just in the tunnel now. And here they go. Out come the Catalan Dragons out to the Totally Wicked Stadium. The home of St Helens. Looking for the ultimate start to their season. Trying to get a win over their grand final opponents. The 3 big signings, Tyrone May, Dylan Napa, and Mitchell Pearce. Very interesting to see how they will go. And now, here we go. One of the most dominant teams in Rugby League at the moment. 3 straight Super League titles. The team that seemingly, like the commentary said, seem unstoppable. St Helens. Can they make it a fourth? Could this be the start of a 4th straight title? That's got to be some kind of record. Like, that's like dominance that hasn't been seen probably since like the Dragons back in the 50s and 60s. And here they come, the St Helens. Almost a complete sellout. Oh, there's actually a few seats, but that's all right. A very good crowd here at the Totally Wicked Stadium as St Helens take on Catalan. We go through the lineups just quickly once again. For St Helens, you got Wellesby at fullback, Hopper Wade and Mackinson on the wings, Hurrell and Percival in the centres, Lomax at 5'8" and Dodd at halfback, Walmsley, Roby and Lees at prop hooker prop, Matautia and Batchelor in the second row, and Knowles as the lock. The substitutes include Lussick, McCarthy, Scarsbrook, Sirinen and Parsi. And for the Catalan Dragons, Tompkins at fullback, Davies and Yaha on the wings, and Lange and Ware in the centres. Mitchell Pearce at 5'8" with Drinkwater at halfback. Dudson, McLaurin, Napa at the prop hooker prop. Whitley, McMeekum in the second row, and Garcia at lock. Busquets, May, Dazaria and Cassiano make up the substitutes. Okay, we're very close now. Liam Moore is this match's referee. And by the way it looks, it's going to be Mackinson who's going to take the ball, so it's going to be kicked off by Catalan. No, kicked off by St Helens, sorry. Catalan will be picking up the ball first. It's been a long off-season, it must be said. No, hang on. Oh. And here we go. We're ready for the kickoff. And we're underway. Rugby League is officially back as Catalan pick up the ball from the kick. And there's the first tackle of the game. Be brought inside of the 10 for the first tackle for Catalan. Oh, there's a lot of pushing and shoving. There's a penalty already. And there's fucking handbags already. First tackle of the game. No love lost from the grand final. An instant. Everyone comes together. No punches thrown. But you can already see the tension being built up in this match. As we also know... Oh, no, there was punches. There's a bit of a blow to the head there from the bald Catalan player. I think that's the number 8. I believe that's Dudson. It's a long pre-season, and definitely no love lost for Catalan on what they thought was their chance last year in the grand final. But of course, they stopped with St Helens. So here we go. What's going to happen here? Could there be a sin bin a minute into the game and then a minute into the season? I think there might be, actually. In fairness, time is still going, so there's still a minute's already gone. But only one tackle has been played, and it's a penalty. A St Helens play basically goes onto him, and they basically like hold on to each other, and a Catalan player like tries to start doing fucking blows to him. So Dudson, there might not be a penalty. And just like that, Dudson for Catalan has been sin-binned because of blows to the head that was given in that hold-up. And now the referee has actually now stopped the clock. They needed to do that because basically it was like only 20 seconds have actually been played. So there we go. So it is still a penalty to Catalan. However, their sin bin will stand. Actually trying to figure out where is the actual scoreboard of this. Oh, okay, yeah. It's actually below, but I will keep you up to date on what the time is. So there we go. There is the penalty kick there by Catalan. What a start to this match. As it gets to the 35, and this will be the first tackle of a new set. And they'll get put into the 45. It's a good first charge there as we see Dudson there waiting on the bench. And that's the number 5, I believe that is Yaha, who will get dragged back. Still onto that 45. No, it's McLaurin, my bad, with the number 9. And he's still holding on to him. Catalan trying to probably claim another penalty here. There's a lot of tension here. So now Catalan now cross halfway for the third tackle. That's number 13 of Garcia now making it past St Helens 40. Now about 35 metres out. This is the fourth tackle. They're going to go down the left side now. It's a kick over the top. And it's going to be a chase. The bounce is good. It's going to be... Oh, it's a knock. Oh! I think it's a double knock on there. I don't think it'll be counted as a try. I believe it's going to be... There was a knock-on by Catalans in the process of that try scoring. However, I think there was actually a knock-on by St Helens, so this could actually result in either a scrum 10 metres out or a goal line dropout. So let's have a hook here. So it was passed out, then there's the kick. Everyone's on side for Catalan. It's kind of a good position for a kick because there's no fullback back. So it's picked up here. The Helens player touches it, and that's gone forward. That's a knock on. It's lost forward, so it's a double knock on. But then there's a knock on by Catalan, so it's a double knock on, but it'll be. Where does this happen? That's in play. So that should mean that it should be it's no try, obviously, but it should be a scrum feed to Catalan 10 metres out. Because that's in the field of play. He touches it in play, just in play. So, very good chance and opportunity here for Catalan to get the first points in the 2022 Super League season. Very interesting how only 3 minutes have only gone past in this matchup. So there we go, yep. It is a no try, but it's a scrum feed 10 metres out for Catalan. St Helens defence has come up big ends here. Dividends, not big ends, what the fuck? So here we go. 10 metres out. Full set of 6 here for Catalan. So here comes the scrum feed. Oh, and it gets hold. That's a good play. Gets them all offside, and they are. Yeah, but there we go. There's the penalty for the offside. Basically, he felled it into the scrum, and the player that had his legs right at the end held it and got every St Helens player offside. So now it's a penalty to Catalan. They're going to go for the 2 here. It's a bit interesting there in the situation. Like, honestly, I'm surprised they didn't go for the try. However, one of the commentators did just state that Catalan are still a man down. They're very much a man down until like about 8 minutes later. So basically, yeah, it's fair enough. But still, probably at this stage, you probably want the try. In all honesty. I don't know why. I just need to check that. Yeah, the mic is definitely on. I don't know why. I just had a bit of a conscious thing, and the mic wasn't on. So, are they going for it? No, they're not. Oh, nope. There we go. I thought they were going for the 2 because they were throwing the things up, but no, they're going for the try. So that was the first tackle inside the 10 as Tompkins got stopped. Oh, that's a terrible loss. It's a player ran straight through when one of the gaps gets tackled and gives a terrible offload. And it's now in the hands of St Helens. And St Helens finally, 5 minutes into the game, get their first touch of the ball. There's another offload there. That's going to go on to the number 1 of Wellesby. Now on the 20. Need to be careful not to give away a penalty for a holding. Okay, second tackle now. Oh, and there we go. There is a penalty there for St Helens. And McCallum definitely getting into it at the moment. It's McCallum and Walmsley. Walmsley, sorry, not Walmsby. It's basically a mashup of Walmsley and Wellesby. So it's a high tackle by Catalan. So here comes the kick from St Helens on the 30. And they will pick it up on the 45 inside of the Catalans half. And hopefully for St Helens they can make it Catalan pay for wasting an opportunity there to try to get a try. And bearing in mind, that's also the thing is Catalan, have a player in the sin bin and won't be back for another couple of minutes. 40 metres out now, second tackle. Pass out to the wing here. It's the number 3 of Hopewade. And Hopewade will get dragged out. Fans are appealing for a... It's a brilliant tackle there. It's the number 5 for... It is Yaha. Does seem like a bit of a double movement of tackling. If a defensive double movement, if that's even a thing. It is twisting of momentum. I mean, it was very close to say the least. But Hopewade does get dragged out. So it is a scrum feed towards Catalan. Oh no, it's a touch of the ball. Yeah, because they've changed the rules now, apparently. So we're now on the 30-metre line now for Catalan inside of their own half as they get ready for this next set. And not enough metres there gained as Lange gets brought down on the 35 for the first tackle, only gaining 3 metres. Garcia now gets brought down on the 40. Held up for a very long time there for the second tackle. Now Dylan Napa, big Papi, I believe getting his first carry of the ball. Gets to the 45, still inside of Catalan's half for the third tackle. Meekin now with the ball and he gets brought down right on halfway. Fourth tackle as we are now about to cross into 8 minutes gone into this matchup. For those coming in, basically the first tackle almost resulted in a fight. And Catalan's player, the number 8 of Dudson, has been sent to the bin. And there's the kick there for the last tackle for Catalan. It's a high bomb. Oh, brilliant take there by the number 2 of Mackinson. Picks it up on the 30. Another ball will go to Wellesby as he gets brought down onto the 35. A lot of running and just a brilliant take. I'm very interested to see because Tompkins kind of tackled him in the air for some reason in that, and I'm surprised that wasn't given a penalty. Oh, I think it's a set restart here. Actually, no, it's just the second tackle. Gets it just shy of halfway now for St Helens. And now that's... Now 40 minutes away now. They're getting some good meters here. Last tackle. There's the kick high up in the air. A lot of pressure on Tompkins, but the man of steel... Veins of steel as able to catch that. Oh no, that's Tom Davis now getting brought down onto the 20 for the second tackle. Then Vare now onto the 25 for the third. They only gained about 15 metres for the fourth tackle. Fourth tackle's in the exact same spot. Samalaga, this is very good defence here so far by St Helens. Only gained 15 metres from this entire set. And now there's the kick. And it'll be taken. Oh, it's a good charge up there. And then we get tackled into the... I believe it's 30 metres away from... 40 metres out now. But very good defensive set previously by St Helens. So if they can keep pushing into this... one man down Catalan, it will definitely be very beneficial. And the third tackle, that is Roby now getting onto the ball. Now 40 metres away from the try line, fourth tackle. So that's Walmsley. Just about 30 metres out from the try line now. Last tackle. You're going to push it out to the right. And Lomax tries to get a pass out. Does that count as a... That counts as a pass? Okay, fair enough. They're still going. Oh, that's a knock on there, surely. Yeah, there's a knock on there, and the ball will be brought up onto the 30. And again, a little bit more pushing and shoving there. That's actually a brilliant tackle there by that Catalans player. Samalangi, I believe it is. I believe it's said by... Lange, right, the number 3, yeah. God, it's a big boy. So here we go. So we're getting close now for Dudson to return. Very interesting. St Helens didn't really take that much of an advantage with that man down. So down the 11th minute. And now Lange will take the first tackle for Catalan as they get to the 35. And it's a penalty now to Catalan. I think it's maybe an offside here. Or is it a high shot? Don't think it would have been high. It's a penalty. It's a penalty, but what's it for? Oh, was it offside? Okay, fair enough. So, Catalan with this kick will certainly get into St Helens' half. Oh, it's just a brilliant tackle by Lange there in that previous set to force the turnover. So there's the kick by Catalan. So 35 metres out, a full set of 6 here for Catalan. Can they get the first points of the match? And here we go. Dudson's now back on. It's now 13 on 13. And now 20 minutes out now. That's the second tackle here from Catalan. As it was the number 12, it was McMeekum. And it's a chip over the top here. Oh, just brilliant play. And it's a call completely offside out of nowhere. And Catalan score. It's 4-0 to Catalan. There was nobody on the right-hand side defence there for St Helens. And it's just a simple chip over the top, caught and run straight in. What a try there by Catalan. Foyad Yaha gets the try. And that is the first try of Super League 2022. And it was easy as anything. It was a pass out, kick onto the top, miles of space, chip over the top to Yaha, and he scores it. There was probably about 15 metres just unmarked there by St Helens. Kicked over the top. That's just a bit lazy there from the right hand side. Hopawade, who's like the winger, was like 20 metres in. But just like that, good try, and Catalan are up 4-0. I should actually close the poll, shouldn't I? Nine votes there, 56 in favour of St Helens, 44% in favour of Catalan. So there we go. So now Sam Tompkins, the man who was the Man of Steel last year in the Super League. A conversion attempt from the sideline here. And he's got it. Easy as you like. And we are, with 14 minutes gone into this match, it is 6-0 in favour of the Catalan Dragons. So this is a stat they've brought up. Win percentage when scoring first. Both teams have had an 85.7% of when they scored first, they would end up winning at the end of the game. Cool. Piss off. So very interesting to say nonetheless. There's the kick from St Helens to restart the match. Very interesting first 15 minutes into the Super League, I must say. Oh! Dudson gets a big charge in as he gets his first carry back from the sin bin. And there's about 5 players on him. Somehow that's not a penalty, because there's almost another fight. And now there's going to be a penalty here. And there's now more pushing and shoving. And it's Dylan Napa. That's a play you fucking don't want to mess around with. Especially if there's a camera in the room. But ting. Jokes. That was fucking shit. So there we go. Lot of tension still there. And so 15 metres in from the second tackle. It is another penalty to Catalan. Dylan Napa getting amongst it. Welcome to the English game. So Dudson gets past. Wasn't even Napa, it was Lange. Lange gets held up, and then Napa gets into it. Looked like a little bit of a shove and bit of shoulder into that one, actually. I must say, by Dylan Napa. I think it was an offside penalty. Yeah, Napa. And then Lange's also clinging on to Percival around the neck. That's a bit bit weird because I mean it's like in terms of like how many players are in there, it's about like 7-on-2 in favour of Catalan in that scuffle. So it's a penalty to Catalan for the offside on Percival. Okay, that's actually a brilliant kick, to be fair, there from Catalan. I believe the ball will be picked up on halfway, and a full set of 6 will come for Catalan. And that's number 12. That is McMeekum getting the tackle onto the 45 inside of St Helens' half. Now it's the number 13. That's Garcia. We'll get just shy of the 40. Now for the second tackle. That's number 8, that's Dudson. And Dudson now gets up to the 30 for the third tackle. It's a good, very good run there from Dudson. They're going to go down the left side again. Well, it's almost a wrap around the head there as Drinkwater gets brought down. 25 metres out for the fourth tackle. And now that's Garcia now. And Garcia will get brought down right on the 20 now. So last tackle, 20 metres out now for Catalan. Going to feed it off to the left. And it's a grubber kick. Bit of a hospital pass, but it is picked up by Wellesby of St Helens onto the 10. And it's the first tackle for St Helens. Oh, that's a big hit. And right onto the 15 for the second tackle for St Helens. No, that's the number 23 there for... That is Hurrell there. Gets brought down on the 25 for the third tackle. Now, I think that's Hopewade. Yep, it is. He gets brought down just shy of the 30 for the fourth tackle. And now that's the number 13 of Knowles. He gets brought down to the 35. And now this will be the last tackle now for St Helens. Will they go for the 40-20? No, they just hoof it. And it's picked up there by the number 29 of Tompkins. And he gets the ball out to Yaha, the try scorer. And he gets brought down into the 35 for the first tackle. So Nell's players being quite slow to get back here as Langy now will get brought down onto the 40 for the second tackle. Only 18 metres gained so far in this set. I'm trying to go right down the middle. I think I was trying to draw a penalty there from Tompkins. Now on the 45, still inside of Catalan's own half. And now Davis now actually crosses the halfway line. And now 45 metres out from the try line. And now Napa. Brought down 40 metres out. Last tackle for Catalan. Napa a bit slow to get up there. And there's the kick. It's from Pearce. High up into the air. And it's getting taken by the St Helens player. And to get brought down inside of the 10 for the first tackle. Actually outside the 10 to be fair to him. And now that's the number 4 there. That is Percival. Gets brought down onto the 20 for the second tackle. And they're going to try to push it out to the right-hand side now. I believe that's Matautia. That breaks through there and he gets to the 30. Good offload there. They've got numbers on this right-hand side if they can get it out to them. As that's Hopewade with the ball. And Hopewade will now get brought down. I believe it's on the 45, still inside of St Helens' half for the fourth tackle. And now there we go. There's the last tackle there for St Helens. 45 metres out from the try line. It's a high bomb in the air. There's a lot of chasers here. Oh, it doesn't go far enough, but it is now picked up by Tompkins. A few steps here. And it could be through the gap here. Catalan now on the run. It's a big gain. Right onto halfway. Good chase down there. But a brilliant run there by Davis. And there's a knock on there. I mean, there was a bit of a hold on to them. Bloody trying to... He was clinging on to them. And then he tries to play the ball and then he drops it. So scrum feed now here for St Helens right on halfway. Yeah, and it's actually going rather well tonight. So yeah, big ups to that. Big ups to that as well. So they're going to go down the right-hand side, St Helens, as they get the first tackle now, 45 metres away from the try line, as that's the number 6 of Lomax. Now, I think that's number 23. I believe that is Hurrell. He gets brought down on the 40 for the second. There is an interchange now. Busquets has now come onto the field for Catalan. I couldn't recall who actually was taken off for him. 35 metres out now, St Helens. Trying to get down to the left side, but it's another held up there by Catalan. Gets him onto the 30. Fourth tackle now. Oh, breakthrough there. Run there from Wormsley. And Wormsley has to force Tompkins to get brought down. 5 metres away. Great run there. Last tackle. 5 metres out now for St Helens. They'll go down the right side. There's a grubber. And it's picked up by Tompkins and brought into the field of play. Wormsley with absolute brilliant tackle there. Brilliant run through, actually. There's also a good tackle there by Lomax. And now St Helens keeping Catalan inside of the 10-metre line. Third tackle now. They've gained 1 metre. Again, fourth tackle. They're still in the 10-metre area, Catalan. Here we go. Last tackle. They only made fucking 10 metres on that play. And there's a massive kick. It's a 50-metre kick there, and it's been picked up by St Helens on their 40. And now that's going to be Wellesby who's going to take it onto halfway and get brought down. I will definitely say, though, at the moment, St Helens definitely has the momentum as we're now just crossed over 22 minutes played. It's hard to think there's only been 20 minutes of game that's actually been played. It's played for an eternity. And now there's a set restart now for St Helens. 35 metres out. Matautia now with the ball. Gets a pass out to the wing. And that's going to be a try to St Helens. It's the number 2 for St Helens. It's Mackinson. It's almost relatively similar out on the wing for the first try for Catalan. Instead of a kick, it was a pass from Matautia. And massive opens amount of space, and Mackinson's just able to go in there and just run straight through unopposed. Tommy Mackinson gets the first try for St Helens. The pass to Matautia breaks the gap, and then he just gets the pass out all the way to Mackinson. And easy as you like. It's 4-6 with a kick to come. Oh, pardon me. There we go. Mackinson gets. So now Dodd will now take the kick here to tie the game up. So here comes the kick. There's the kick. It's going to curl. It's not going to curl. Not enough distance on that one, so it's going to remain 4-6. So Catalan's still ahead, but St Helens definitely got a fair share of momentum at the moment. Matautia, that was actually a really good play there by Matautia. He beats the number 2 of Davies, and then forces Pierce to come to him. 2 former Knights coming together, but he gets the pass off perfectly out to Mackinson to get the try. Could be in for another close matchup. And there you go, shows the next match on. So if you want to join us tomorrow at the exact same time, we will be doing Hull Kingston Rovers up against Wigan. And then on Sunday, about 6 AM Australian time, we will see the first time Toulouse into the Super League as they take on Huddersfield. Oh, great run here. Oh, it's blitzing run there. Great run there by the number 12 for St Helens of Batchelor. It is definitely Batchelor Peas on the run. He's pushing P right now. He's pushed a few Catalan players away now. It's our third tackle now onto the 45. Still inside of St Helens' half, however. And now that's the number 11. It is Matautia who set up that try for Mackinson on halfway for the fourth. Knowles now gets brought down 40 metres out for the try line. Here comes the kick from St Helens. It's a chip over the top. Tompkins almost got done by the bounce, but he does pick it up and he'll get brought down on the 15 for the first tackle for Catalan. And now that's the number 5 now. That is Yaha. He got brought down onto the 15 for the second. Now Davies gets brought down onto the 25 for the third tackle. Now they're going to shift it out to the left side. Gets brought down onto the 30 now. It's fourth tackle. It's an early kick here, I believe, from Pearce. And it is a fairly good kick. It'll be picked up onto the 15 by Davies. And Davies runs straight into Dylan Napa. It'll get brought down onto the 25 for the first tackle. No, 35 actually. Really good run there. Now second tackle now onto the 45. Again, Catalan's defense at the moment, it's a bit too centered. Like the wings are kind of unprotected here. So they keep pushing it out to the wing. Which they're trying to do now is Hopewade gets brought down. I believe he's now 35 metres away from the try line. And they go down the right-hand side again. They've got numbers as well. Big charging run from the number... Oh, there's a pass off and it's a try! It's number 9. It's Roby who gets the try. I was just trying to figure out the play. I think it was Hurrell who blitzed past 2 plays, like shoves them off, and somehow gets an offload off to the number 9 of Roby. And now St Helens are now in the lead, 8 points to 6 with the kick to come. Was it? Yeah, it had to be Hurrell. What an absolute brilliant barnstormer there. And then James Roby getting his first try of the season. I mean, who would have thought? I mean, it's literally the first game. And again, that's what I was saying. It's that wing defense has not been that great over the last couple of minutes there for Catalan. Hurrell just getting the ball and absolutely charging in. Bumps one off, bumps two, spins around, sees the run of Roby, gets the pass off. And just like that, 8 points to 6 with a kick to come. Is it Hurrell? I think I might actually be getting it wrong. James Roby, 19th season in the Super League and poised to break Kevin Sinfield's appearance record in 2022. Well, there you go. So here comes the kick now from St Helens. It's Lewis Dodd now. He missed his first kick. This to make it a 4-point lead for St Helens. Not for St Helens because it'd be 4 ahead for St Helens. I'm fucking clever like that. So here comes the kick from Dodd. And he's missed it again. Been relatively in similar position. So we're now 28.5 minutes now gone into the first half. Actually, to be fair, it actually is on par with the scoreboard, but I had to rework everything. So it was Hurrell. Absolute brilliant run and offload there to Roby to get the try. So it still remains 8 points to 6. So we're just waiting for kickoff now to restart play. Just waiting for the kickoff. There we are. The kickoff has happened. Now we're back underway. And now there's the first tackle there for St Helens as it get brought down onto the 15, just shy of the 20 for the first tackle. Again, it's the wing defence again. It's way too far up on the right-hand side for Catalan. It's just, they all just needed to get draw enough players in, get a pass out, and they're through. As there's 2 interchanges on now for Catalan. Tyrone May is now on the field. Be very interested to see how that goes. There's also Luis Cassiano also comes on the field. 4th tackle now. They're getting it down the wings. It's Hurrell now. Getting a charge. It'll get brought down on the 40 inside of Catalan's half. Last tackle. It's another kick down that right-hand side for St Helens. And Tompkins with the take. It'll get wrapped up on the 20 for the first tackle. As it gets wrapped up by Matautia. And the second tackle happens almost immediately right at the same spot. Oh, look at this big fella. I believe that's Cassiano, the number 28. No, it's number 20. That's Tyrone May. Oh. Good on him, Tyrone May. So 4th tackle now for Catalan as they get to the 35. Trying to get a pass out to the wing, out to Yaha, sorry, not Yangi. On to halfway. Last tackle here for Catalan. And there's the kick, high up in the air. Yeah, the first tackle there for St Helens is on the 25 from that kick. This will be the second as they push in past the 30 onto the 32, 33 maybe. Again, the wing defense is just nowhere here for Catalan. 3rd tackle now onto the 40. It's going to be a penalty here to St Helens. An offside call. And they'll kick it from halfway, so they're in a very good chance to extend their lead, St Helens. As we're now about 8.5 minutes remaining in this first half. So here comes the kick. And it'll be picked up on the 25. So 25 metres out, a full set of 6. And a big chance for St Helens to extend their lead. So here's the first tackle there by St Helens. Onto the 25. Not much metres gained there. And they're going to try to force it out the right-hand side. So that's Matautia, gets brought down. It's Knowles actually. Get onto the right. And they're drawing players out. They're getting the passes now onto the left. It's a grubber kick. It's a good chase. And it's a try. It's the kick and chase. I believe that's Dodd. He kicked the ball and he blitzed past everybody and grounds it. They're going to the video ref. I don't know why they're going to the video ref. It looked completely fine to me. I genuinely don't understand why this is going up to the upstairs. Offside from the kick. There's the pass out. Everyone's onside. Chases his own kick. He grounds it. He catches the. He takes the ball and grounds it. Takes it. Grounds it. That's a try. And there it is. Dodd. He catches his own, gets his own grubber kick and scores. That should be a try. So there we go. The video ref will give them the green light, or whatever it is in England. The red light, okay. And there we go. 12 points to 6 to St Helens. Dodd's limping there a little bit. I believe it's around near his foot. Lewis Dodd gets his first try of the match. 12 points to 6 now with a kick to come with about 7 minutes remaining in the first half. Just sees the gap and he just splits it open like bloody... just so easily. Oh, I was about to say, because Catalan got a sponsorship like on the arse, but apparently it might just be a commonplace thing because St Helens also has one. So great job there by Dodd. And now a conversion here. It should be a relatively simpler spot, so it should be 14 points to 6. To take it to an 8-point lead for St Helens with 6.5 remaining. Oh, it wasn't Dodd who took it, but he missed it. I don't know who kicked it, but they shanked it, and it looked like it was almost relatively in front. So it will still remain 12 points to 6. So 6 minutes 10 seconds remaining in this first half. St Helens definitely in control. There's a kick there from Catalans to restart the game. As passing number 17 must have just come on. Gets onto the 20 for the first tackle. Now they're going to go down to the left-hand side. Oh, it's a big tackle there by Catalan. By the number 9 of McLaurin. Okay, there's the third tackle now on the 30. Fourth tackle, they only made it to the 35 in this set, but again, they're going to get down the right side, which has been sort of weakened so far. Now, last tackle just inside of halfway. There's the kick from St Helens. And it'll be picked up by Tompkins inside of the 10. And second interchange, just Wormsley comes off. So they're just confirming the interchange. The Catalan players taking their sweet ass time to coming back to the line. They're just walking. As the number 3, that's Langy now. You'll get dragged to the 25 by Parsi. Nabusque now gets onto the 30. Tries to get an offload off, but he doesn't. Now Tompkins will get the ball from dummy half. Last tackle. They haven't made it past the 40 yet, Catalan. The money to go for a 40-20 here. 4.5 minutes now remaining. And there's the kick. It's taken inside the 20 by St Helens. And they'll get to the 35 for the first tackle. 15 metres gained from that kick. And they get held up in the same position now for the second tackle. The money to push it out to the right here. See if that might work again. Now Hopawade now onto the 45. Still inside of St Helens' half now. They're going to go down the right side now. Batchelor now just shy of Catalan's 40 for the fourth tackle. And Hurrell gets an offload off to the number 13 of Knowles. Knowles is still running and he gets brought down just 5 metres away from the try line now. Last tackle here for St Helens. They've got numbers. Out to the wing and that's a try. And it's Mackinson who gets his second. Total domination over the last 20 minutes so far. 15-20 minutes by St Helens. And with 3 minutes to go, it's now 16 points to 6 with a kick to come. Absolute brilliant playing so far here by St Helens. It's just absolute class. You can tell they're the champions. You can basically just say that. You can definitely tell they are the champions. pass looked a bit... Oh, pass did look a little bit forward, but I mean, he doesn't have the forward pass technology. Tommy Mackinson now with his second try in the season. In the first game, I must say. It's basically just going to let time run out now. Lewis Dodd now. He's been 0 from 2 so far. Can he get the first conversion for St Helens this match and make it a 12-point lead? So we enter now the final 2 minutes of the match. First half, sorry. Match's first half. The conversion. It's short. They're getting closer to getting over, but they're still not getting over. So, minute and a half remaining as its time is still running. It is 16-6. But the thing is, though, they've scored 4 tries. So if St Helens converted all of their tries, 2, 4, 6, 8, they'd be up 24-6. And people would think the game's probably over, but they have not gotten a single kick yet. So time has stopped. There's a minute 20 remaining in the first half, and then we'll go into the halftime break. And here's the charge there from Horrell from the kick. Oh, no, it's Parsi. And he gets slammed down by Tyrone May. Oh, no, it's Cassiano, my bad. Oh, beautiful hit. And now it's a penalty to St Helens as we enter now the final minute, so they'll have to take it quickly. Because there's about 50 seconds remaining in this first half. Oh, no, it's a Catalan penalty. I don't know how, but it's a penalty to Catalan. I don't know how that happened. Shepherding? Maybe, I think, would probably be the reasoning. So 30 seconds remaining. They're going to go for the kick here. They've got a penalty with 30 seconds to go. They're going to go for the kick, so this will close out the first half. So it's a kick right in front, 20 metres out for Tompkins. This to make it 16 points to 8 at half time. And Tompkins with the kick. And it's straight down the middle. And there goes the halftime siren. It is 16 points to 8 to St Helens. Very good start for Catalan, but St Helens have just come immediately back into this match. Kind of very much proving that there's a reason they've been back-to-back-to-back champions in the Super League over the last 3 years. But the big thing that could definitely be said is a what if. If St Helens converted all of their tries, they'd be up 24 points to 8. Which would definitely be a very much a better position. Just trying to look for specific things that we could go to the halftime break. So just gonna doing something quickly. Okay, just close that. Okay, there we go. We're just going to take a quick break for half time and we'll be back for the second half of the match. So, I don't know. Go do something, I don't know. Okay, here we go. We are back. We should be ready soon now for the second half of this match. As both teams still haven't come out yet, but they just still 16 points to 8 for St Helens. It is relatively close to say I mean, not really. I mean, like the last 20 minutes were completely dominated by St Helens, but them missing their conversions might play a bit of a factor into what actually happens in this match. As we're coming up now to the final 40 minutes of the first half. Too bright in it. So here we go. St Helens, no, not St Helens, bloody Catalan now walk out to the field. They will kick off this half as a kick from, they go right to right screen, right, and St Helens will be receiving the ball. So here we go. Can St Helens maintain their momentum, actually get a few conversions to close out this game, or will Catalan give them a run for their money? I'll just turn it down a little bit. So here we go. Catalan set to kick off the second half. Should turn it up a little bit, actually. And there we go. We are underway. Catalan have kicked off. It's picked up there by Lomax. It'll be Hurrell that. No, I think it's Parsi who actually gets brought down onto the 15 for the first tackle of the second half. Now that's Batchelor. We'll get up to the 20 for the second tackle. Now third tackle now onto the 25. It's number 15 there. That's McCarthy Scarsbrook. And now St Helens now on the 35 for the fourth tackle. Almost a breakthrough run there for St Helens as they get now just shy of halfway for the last tackle. And there's the kick from St Helens. Doesn't really go that far, but picked up on the 20 by Tompkins. And Tompkins will get swung around and get brought down on the 30 by Batchelor. And the second tackle again, it's St Helens holding them to the 30. And now that is Langy now. He gets brought down. It does get past just ever so slightly now onto the 35. And now this will be, again, still in the 35. So St Helens have been really good at just holding them into Catalan into the same position as Davies gets tackled. And now it is Cassiano who gets to the 45. Still inside their own half, and this will be the last tackle. Drinkwater with the kick for Catalan, and it'll be taken by Hopewade inside on the 10. And Hopewade goes straight at Pierce and will get brought down on the 20 for the first tackle. Second tackle there for St Helens as they get onto the 30s. They're going to potentially push up to the left. Now getting up to about the 30, or 40 actually. Now right on halfway now for the fourth tackle for St Helens. It's made 39 metres so far this set. And now Parsi now. Parsi will have to get brought back to the 40. So 40 metres out from the try line. Last tackle. And there might be a HIA situation here. I believe it's with it's Desaria, the number 23 for Catalan. It's not looking okay. Still trying to look into him to see if he's okay. The pressing of the back of his head. Maybe that's a telltale sign of like a feeling, maybe? Maybe it goes numb when you get concussed. Probably. Yep, he's okay. So he's continuing to play. So last tackle here for St Helens, 40 metres out from the try line. And now here comes the kick. And Tompkins with the take. He beats one, but he gets brought down by Hurrell onto the 15 for the first tackle. Lang will get brought back. He'll get brought back almost all the way to the 10-metre line as Bouquet has now come off for Catalan, is being replaced by Desaria. So he's only just recently come on. Oh, what a tackle by St Helens. Cassiano gets lifted up and slammed by Matautia. Bloody hell. Big boy. Matautia, bloody hell. Where was this at Newcastle? Fuck. So there was the last tackle by Catalan. It's going to get picked up by St Helens on the 30. It's going to get brought down on the 40 for the first. That is the number 2 of Mackinson. Wellesby breaks past one and he'll get brought down on halfway. Oh, he gets an offload off. It's gone backwards. It's still play on. Hopawade now gets brought down on the 35 metres away from the try line now. Second tackle. Now Parsi now gets the brought down past the 30 now, so about 27 metres away from the try line. Oh, the passing. Gobby Hayward still gone backwards. Oh, now there's a knock-on called. So it's a scrum feed there for Catalan, and lucky that knock-on was actually called because that would have been a... So the pass was quick. Oh, he does touch it and go forward. So scrum feed for Catalan as we're just about 5 minutes past the start of the second half. So on the 30 now, Tompkins will take the scrum. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, they've brought scrums back in the Super League. And it's going to be a penalty now to Catalan for an offside. So it could be a solid chance, actually, for Catalan to get a try to start the second half. Because a try and a conversion, that would put them at 14. So they'd be only 2 points behind St Helens. So 40 metres out now, and a full set of 6 for Catalan. And now the first tackle now sets them 35 metres away. That was the number 11 of Whitley. Desaria getting surrounded by the St Helens players, but he does get brought down onto the 30. Almost dragged back all the way to the 40, but he still powers his way up. Cassiano now. 20 metres away from the try line now, St Helens, Catalan for the third tackle. Pass all the way down to the line. Yaha does hang on to it, but he gets dragged back to the 25 for the fourth tackle. Okay, halved up.
held up 20 metres out last cycle. The kick from Drinkwater. And Hopewade with the take. And he gets brought and held down within the 10 metre line. There's a forearm fracture to one of the Catalan players. And it's a knock on by St Helens. They cut away from the action. Purrell looks to be in a bit worse for wear. Oh shit, hang on. Are we all good? Stream just disconnected. Are we all good? Are we back? It's an incorrect play the ball. We should be okay. Might need to just... There might be a bit of overlay here just quickly. I just want to make sure that everything's back to normal. So everything's working. Yep, okay, I think everything should be all good. Let me just throw up some symbols. Yep, okay. Yep. Just needed to make sure that we connected because it just popped up the stream disconnected now. 5 minutes away for the try line. Second tackle now for Catalan. It's a set restart now for Catalan. And Tompkins will get brought down all the way back at the 15 for a bit of a dodgy pass. Now Napa gets brought down on the 15. Cassiano now gets brought down. Third tackle. Napa getting held up right on the line. It'll be sent back to the 10. I think it's actually a good thing because he was held up on the 1, but they drag him inside the goal, basically to send him back to the 10. I think it's a very bit of a smart defensive play, to say the least. So fourth tackle now for Catalan, sorry. Oh. Tyrone May gets brought down 5 metres out. Last tackle here for Catalan. And now Tyrone May is in a bit of bother. So a stat here is being shown. I don't know why it's being shown, but apparently Catalan, it's just like a stat between tries between the 50th and the 60th minute mark last year. Catalan tops it with 23. The team that came in second of it was Wigan with 13. Hopefully Tyrone May is okay. He should be. And here we go, last tackle. That's just dreadful play, and St Helens get the ball on the 20. There's this constant back passing, and it just one went hayward, and now St Helens have the ball. It's a bit of a wasted opportunity there for Catalan. So this is the first tackle now on the 20, because the first was a 0. That's a strip, surely. Yep, and they're going to call it. It's a penalty to St Helens. They've got a set restart anyway, but it's now a penalty for the strip by Cassiano. Wasn't very excited with that Cassiano. So here comes the penalty kick. We'll only go about 10 metres, so they'll pick the ball up on their 40. So the first tackle will be brought down on halfway for St Helens. Now it's passing now. Gets to 45 metres out from the try line. And it's another penalty now to St Helens. Number 22, it's Napa again. Napa's making a few enemies here. Was that a high shot? Oh, yeah, that's a high shot. So there's the kick into touch again now by St Helens, and it's now on the 30. So 30 metres out, a full set of 6, and a good chance here for St Helens to extend their lead. A try and a conversion will take them up to 22. So a 14-point lead, so 2 converted tries and then a penalty goal. Will be very beneficial if St Helens can get the try here. So 20 metres out now, second tackle. Passy with the tackle. Now onto the 15 for the third tackle. The bid rate just is not consistent. It went from like 700 to then 3,000. Now 5 metres away from the try line now. Fourth tackle, a big chance here for St Helens. Trying to get it out to the right side. Thanks one, it's Knowles who gets brought down now. Last tackle, 5 metres out. They'll go to the left. Lomax with the grubber. It's picked up Pierce who does the block. Oh, it's stripped by Lomax. Brilliant play there by Lomax. Does the grubber kick on the last tackle. Pierce blocks it, takes it, and then Lomax just strips it off him. 1-on-1 strips are completely legal. So now this is the second tackle. And now it's a penalty. Let me try that again in English. That's the second try. It's now another penalty for St Helens. No, it's Wellesby. Sorry, not Lomax. It was Wellesby. Should have stayed at Newcastle, Piers. Yep, interestingly enough, St Helens are actually going for the conversion here to take a 10-point lead. Relatively in front. They've missed all of their kicks so far this game, St Helens, so this would be very beneficial if they do kick this. As we're about to cross the 54th minute, we've passed the 54th minute mark, so we're about almost 15 minutes into this second half, so 25 to go. Here's the conversion. And it goes through. 18 points to 8. With 25 minutes to go, I'd kind of feel like at this point with Catalan, how they're going at the moment, I honestly feel like one more try for St Helens will be enough. Because we really see Catalan scoring 3 tries at this point. They've not been great. Not been great in this later part of the match so far. Tompkins now to take the kick to restart the game. And Parsi takes the run. There's an interchange as Knowles has come off for Joey Lussick. Lussick is now on the park now. And Cassiano has come off for Catalan. He's been replaced by Dudson. Interesting to see how Lussick will actually go. And where would he play Lussick? No, this is Lussick now. I'm trying to remember who he played for, bloody Lussick. I think it was Manly, wasn't it? If someone could correct me. Confirm or correct. So last tackle now, 40 on the 45 now for St Helens, still inside of their own half. And there goes the kick there into Catalan's half. Tompkins forced to take it back onto the 10. And Yaha will get brought down on the 20 for the first tackle. And now Lange gets it onto the 30 for the third tackle. Well, the second, actually. There was almost a knock-on there by Catalan there, but he holds on to it. Third tackle on the 40. Now McMeekum now on halfway for the fourth tackle. And I think that's Dudson now gets to the 40. 40 metres out now, last tackle for Catalan. And there's the kick up in the air. They'll be taken by Hopewade. Going to get brought down on the 10 for the first tackle. And now Hurrell. Hurrell get brought down on the 15 for the second tackle. Now at the 57th minute. Now this is the 20 metre line now. Third tackle for St Helens. Napa leading with the knees there into Percival. That was actually very fucking dangerous. That could have connected with his head there. But now last tackle here for St Helens. They haven't gone that far. They've only made it to the 35. And now there's the kick by St Helens. Straight to Tompkins. Tompkins not doing a lot so far this game. I mean, he has converted the kicks for Catalan. But besides from that, not a lot. He's basically... majority of his game has just been catching the balls from the last tackle kicks and passing it off. So second tackle now onto the 25 for Catalan as Lange now with the ball gets onto the 30. And there's a bit of a situation here, but I think that's Matauti who's on the ground. Might have been clutching his knee. No, but he's back now. Oh, he's got an official next to him. Now that's number 12, that's McMeekum. On halfway now, last tackle for Catalan. And there's the kick up high into the air. Almost went out in the full. And now St Helens now still with the balls. Hopewade will get brought down onto the 25 for the first tackle. So we're about to approach the 59th minute of the game, so we're close to the last 20 minutes of this match. As it's number 20, that's Hurrell. Still getting offloads off now. Parsi with the ball. And it's an obstruction. It's a penalty to Catalan. I believe it was Mackinson who was causing an obstruction, so... might be a chance here for Catalan. I believe it's 30 metres out, so they just kick into touch and they have a full set of 6. So it's a good chance here for Catalan to try to come back into this match. Because the momentum has been heavily in St Helens' favour as of recently. 25 metres out, full set of 6. As we enter the last 20 minutes of the game. Now Whitley. Garcia's now on for St Helens as for Catalan as Tyron May has now come off. 10 metres out. Dudson. Drinkwater. Now to Whitley. Whitley still held up now on the 10 for the third tackle. Third tackle already. There we go. Fourth tackle still on the 10 here. Drinkwater. Trying to find a gap. Pearce now with the ball. And Pearce gets wrapped up on inside of the 10. This will be the last tackle now for Catalan. Drinkwater with the kick. Yeah, that's a knock on. So that should be a... Yep, it's going to be... I think it should be a 0 tackle. And St Helens get the ball back. Well, Catalan now dragging St Helens back now. Back onto the 10. Somehow it's not a 7 tackle set. So in 2021, both teams had a 94% chance of winning the game after leading after 60 minutes. So St Helens are in a good position here. It's now a set restart now for St Helens. You don't want to give them away at right near the end of the tackle set, because I think it's, in actuality, if this is the NRL, that would be a penalty, not a set restart. So now St Helens now on the 25 still. I believe this is like the second tackle, I believe. As Matauti is now off the field for Sirenen. As it's number 8, that's Walmsley, got taken down now. Oh, break through the gap here for St Helens. Trying to find support, he does. Wellesby almost makes it all the way. It'll get brought down on the 10 for the 4th. And they're holding on to him. Surely it's got to be a penalty. Hurrell gets the pass off now. They're still running here. Oh, and the pass takes a block and goes into touch. Trying to find the winger there. But it was touched by a Catalan player. So it'll be a scrum feed to St Helens. What a run there by Wellesby. No, Dud, sorry, he got the run, and Wellesby. So it was touched by a Catalan player, so it's a scrum feed about 20 metres out now for St Helens. No, wait. It's a Catalan scrum. No, it is a St Helens scrum. And now Percival. Percival held on to the 15 for the first tackle. So now 17 minutes left in this match. Lomax now gets brought down onto the ground. No, it's Walmsley actually. Gets it onto the right side now. Oh, it's a knock on there by St Helens. So Catalan will get the ball back on their 20. So 20 metres out from the... 20 metres out, Catalan will get a scrum. So, first tackle now for Catalan now. 16 minutes now remaining. They'll need to get a try sooner or later. Because that's the thing. All Catalan need to do is just get a try, and then they're just back in it. Because they'll only be down by 4 points. Third tackle now for Catalan as they're on their 40. Trying to kick it off to their left side. Big offload from Napa. Gets a pass off to Lange. It's still held on. Oh, and it's a bad pass. Oh, Lange should have held on to that. And St Helens get the ball on their 20. That could have very much resulted in a good attacking position there for Catalan. And there's the first tackle now for St Helens. Now that is Hurrell now on the 20. Now on the 25 now for the second tackle. Now third tackle now onto the 30. It's Walmsley. There's Napa holding on to Lussick. But 2 players now making their debuts in the Super League. And now it's a kick on the 4th tackle. It'll be taken by Tompkins on the 15. Davies is split through the gap, and he'll get brought down on the 45 just inside of their own half. But that's a brilliant run there. And St Helens is starting to be caught a little bit off guard there. Now it's Langy now, 35 metres away from the try line, 3rd tackle. Gets it off to the right side now. 30 metres out now, 4th tackle. Now that's Desaria. Let's go fucking. 25 metres out for the try line now, last tackle for Catalan. Oh, and the pass has got a bit hayward. Still hanging on to it. Oh, and these passes just going... Oh, my God. They've gone all the way back to the 40. And now there's been ruled as a knock-on somewhere in that situation. On the 35. It's just not looking great for Catalan. All St Helens need just one more try, and it's fairly obvious it will be over. Yeah, he tries to get a pass off, but it hits a St Helens player, so it counts as a knock-on. 45 for the first tackle here for St Helens. Oh, there's a knock-on there by St Helens. Fairly few amount of knock-ons recently in these couple of games, so now Catalan have a scrum. Now 45 metres away from the try line. Another knock-on. There's a few knock-ons happening recently. But again, all it's needed is just one more try to Catalan and maybe the momentum can swing. So second tackle now, 30 metres out from the try line now. As that's Dudson. Dudson's still going. It'll get brought down on the 25 for the second tackle. And now Catalan now 15 metres away from the try line. 3rd tackle. They're still on the right-hand side here. They go push left. Napa gets brought down now. 10 metres out. 4th tackle. We go down the shorter right-hand side. Meekham now. 5 metres out. Last tackle for Catalan. Kicks up in the air. Batted back. Oh, Tompkins has lost it. And the ref's appealing for a strip, but it's a knock-on. So St Helens survive again. I think that was a bit of a strip. So first tackle now for St Helens on the first tackle. On the 10 metre line, sorry. So we're about to cross into the last 10 minutes of the game. About to hit the 70th minute. Now Walmsley gets onto the 20 for the third tackle. And it's an early kick. And it's a brilliant kick at that. He goes all the way back to the 10. That's like a 60, 70 metre kick. As Yaha gets brought down onto the 20 for the first tackle for Catalan. Now the second tackle for Catalan now on the 25. And now Mitchell Pearce gets brought down onto the 35, sorry. For the third tackle. Desaria trying to break some tackles. Fucking 45 now. 4th tackle still. Now 45 minutes away from the try line. Last tackle for Catalan. Pierce with the kick. And Wellesby sees the pressure from the two chasers from Catalan. He gets brought down on the 15 for the first tackle. 9 minutes now remaining in this game. Just one try for St Helens will secure the win. It would put them at with a converted or 14, just a try will give them a 14-point lead. So even if Catalan score 2 converted tries, that'd be it. Oh, it's a big shot! And they merge again. Again, it's Napa. Napa again. He's not making a lot of Percival with a shot, and Napa. Napa's being a bit of a grub, I've got to say. I don't really see the initial hit, so they're probably definitely going to show it. So this could potentially put them in a bit worse for wear. Oh, that's a shoulder charge. No, he's getting sin-binned. He's going to get sin-binned. That's straight up a shoulder into the head. Regardless of what, it's a sin bin because he'll be gone for the rest of the game. But I think it's a red card. I think he should be sent off. That's a fucking disgusting hit. So this could put Catalan in a bit of worse for wear because he's probably definitely going to be down to 12 men. Here we go. His red card is off. Dylan Napa is out of the game. That was a fucking stupid decision from Napa. That was a fucking disgusting hit. Right into oh, fuck me. Percival's whiplash is actually fucked. That's fucking disgusting. That's a deserved send-off. And now, just like that, the last... I mean, they were going to be down to 12 for the rest of the game, even if it was just a yellow card. But there you go. 8 minutes remaining. It's a penalty to St Helens. Has Percival come off? Because it looked like he did foul his HIA. With the amount of whiplash that he got, I would not be surprised if he's out for the game as well. But there it is. It's a penalty to St Helens. Yeah, Percival has come off for the HIA. And our first tackle now for St Helens on halfway. A man advantage now for St Helens. And now Dudson's trying to get into it with numbers. I believe that's Sirenen. And now there's pushing, shoving again. Sirenen and Dudson. Sirenen, another player from the NRL. Both teams need to be careful. And Catalan need to be especially careful because if they have another brain snap, they'll be down to 11. Time's paused again. It's 7.5 minutes remaining, and now they're going to talk to the captain, telling him to calm the fuck down. In layman's terms. Hopefully it's all okay. Freeman's been a bit sus recently. So it's a penalty to St Helens on halfway. The referee telling him it's round 1 of the season, for fuck's sake. Pack it in. Is it a penalty to St Helens? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a penalty, St Helens. Even if they get a penalty further up the field, I'll probably just go for the 2, actually, because you'd get the ball back and... Oh, bloody, what the hell is he skipped frame rates? There's no reason it should be like this. It shouldn't be that bad. So here we go, first tackle now. 30 metres away from the try line. Now here's the second now onto the 25. I feel like any form of points will be enough now for St Helens. This is our 6.5 minutes remaining in this matchup. Because the bit rate just has weird distance. I was like 20... Oh, there's a straight through the gap! Joey Lussick blitzes through the gap and he scores. And that will be that. On his debut, straight from the NRL. And he gets the try. And that should be that in this game for St Helens. They will pick up the win against Catalan. And that should be all that. Oh, oh my god, he just picked it up straight from dummy half. Went to the right instead of the left. Sells the fullback who falls over. I think that's Tompkins, and he just dives straight over. And it's going to be a win for St Helens on opening day. Five tries to 1. And surprisingly, it's not that. Still relatively close. I don't know why this frame rate's fucking is being like this. Shit. Lewis Dodd now. Kick right in front, and he gets it. 24 points to 8. It is now a 16-point lead. So basically 3 converted tries needed by Catalan when they've got a player down for the rest of the match and only 5 minutes remaining. Not very likely. And here's the kick up in the air. It's batted back, so it's going to be... So Catalan will get the ball back from kickoff. From the short kickoff, which is fair play to them. My bitrate just keeps going up and down like drastically. It goes to like 2700, then 2200, then 1700, then it's like 700. It's weird, so the frames are a bit suspect. So Catalan's next 5 games: Wakefield at home, Leeds away, Warrington away, Wigan at home, and Hull KR at home. And Cassiano now gets it up to the 4th tackle now, 20 metres out. They need to score a try on this set. Oh, and there's a knock on there by Tompkins. Wait, hang on. Is there a St Helens player in the sim bin? Hang on, when did this happen? Apparently a St Helens player's in the bin. Doesn't say anything. When did this happen? There's a 3rd tackle now. I just want who got sim binned for St Helens? I genuinely have no idea. So let's tackle onto the 40 now. Last tackle. There's 3.5 minutes now remaining. No, ball's being a bit dodgy for them. It's now 3 minutes now remaining. So apparently it's 12 on 12. I don't know what happened. So I have no idea how a St Helens player got sim-binned. So now 2nd tackle now. Just under 3 minutes now remaining in this match on opening night. And it will be a St Helens victory over their grand final opponents. Dominance asserted. Oh, some good pass the ball. Oh, intercepted! It's intercepted by Hurrell, and he'll run all the way for a try. Absolutely timed to perfection. It's now 28-8. There was actually a good bit of passing there as Tompkins tries to get it out to the winger, but just gives it straight to Hurrell. And Hurrell gracefully jogs all the way to the try line and gets the try. Now with under 2 minutes remaining, it's 28-8 with a kick to come. It was actually good passing play out here by Catalan. Gives it off to Tompkins. Tompkins gets it for passing the offer, tries to get to the defender, and then it's picked up by Hurrell. And gets the try. Good on him. You got to love when the big fella scores. He's had a fantastic game, Hurrell. Got the assist for the Roby try that put St Helens ahead. And now he gets a try for himself. And this probably will wrap up the game as there's about 90 seconds remaining till they get the kick. What can we say? Joined St Helens after scoring 23 tries and 55 games for Leeds between 2019 and 2021, which is his first game for St Helens. What a game for St Helens he's had. So there'll probably be about 30 seconds left to play as Lewis Dodd now. Can he get a 50% goal percentage? Here's a kick from Dodd. And he's missed it. So with 45 seconds remaining, it'll be a 20-point win for St Helens. Yeah, this is showing camera footage of the St Helens fans joyful of the game. They're just going to kick it, basically just be time winding down. There's a reason they're the best team in England, and there's a reason they have been so dominant over the last couple of years. This is a statement saying, if you have a problem with St Helens, get good and do something about it. I mean, probably not a literal, but you know what I mean, metaphorically speaking. 15 seconds remaining now, third tackle. They'll just hold on to the ball. It's going to be a penalty to St Helens anyways. And they'll take the tap. And we will get brought down. And there goes the siren. St Helens open the Super League season with a solid victory over their grand final opponents, 28 points to 8. It started out really well for bloody Catalan, but it just went off the rails and St Helens just went out and dominated the last 60 minutes. Dylan Napa, fucking what an idiot for getting that card, but yeah. So yeah, that's going to be the end of the stream. Join us tomorrow at the same time